Fancy. Very fancy. Bienvenidos al lujoso con tu amigo Antonio Silva Sánchez Mejía y el gringo latino Edwin Almanza Mejía de Pascual Sánchez. Go ahead, sir.
That's it.
That's it.
No, that's lazy. All right. Well, welcome to Fancy Bread, and we're finally live Tuesdays at 2 p.m. You can always see our recordings every Friday at midnight around, and you'll be able to, of course, be a part of this hangout. So if you're watching over here, feel free to send us a link. If you want us to read your comments, make sure to put them on YouTube so that we can also even highlight them at the bottom. And welcome in.
Don't be writing no stupid shit neither. Okay?
We'll figure it out as we go. Well, welcome to Fancy Bread. Like I said, I'm Adrian.
I'm Ed.
And it's our goal to educate, entertain, inspire, and connect. This is our restaurant-driven podcast where we talk about all the things that happen in a restaurant. So if you work in a restaurant or enjoy going to restaurants, this might be like unveiling the curtain behind what's going on, right? So.
Yeah. So this podcast is either going to make you feel good because it's relatable, or it's going to make you hate restaurants. Either way, tune in.
Well, speaking of, because Edwin and I took a bit of a break, not just in the show, but in the actual industry. Like we haven't been working for 8 weeks.
Yeah. So give them some context, right? So our restaurant closed for renovations, and our restaurant gave us two choices. We either work at another restaurant in the group of the restaurants, or we take a sabbatical. Adrian and I both did the latter just because. And it was absolutely amazing.
Did you see us smiling? It's because we haven't been working.
I haven't smiled in 2 months. And it's because of that break that I'm smiling now. Honestly, refreshing, but I needed it. See, I needed it differently than you, perhaps.
Go for it.
I needed a break from my restaurant for approximately 2 months because if I didn't take that break, I maybe would have killed somebody. Maybe. The bandwidth where I could tolerate guests, the dumb shit people do when they dine, was getting smaller and smaller. My recharge rate, like you go home, you recharge the battery 100%. No. Even my battery was dying. Like I would recharge fully and it would be 65%. And then I had to go back to work with that 65%. So that 2 months off came at a perfect time. Perfect time.
So does that mean that when someone comes in and it's annoying as hell in your restaurant, that you're gonna be like, okay?
Well, yeah, my batteries.
How many bad experiences until all that comes back and you want to murder somebody?
I don't have an answer for that, but I know that I will start this year off with a new battery. With a fully charged battery. Sometimes batteries, even new batteries, fuck up sometimes,
Absolutely. Now let's go ahead and talk about a little bit about that break.
Yeah.
During that break, obviously we enjoy dining out. I rarely cook. It's not my thing.
So I tend to at least sweat is a little tighter.
I try to. Yeah, it was a little tighter, so we all had to adjust. But during that time off, did you find yourself saying, like, obviously as you were dining, were you like thinking about what the things that they were doing, things that we're not doing right? How were your experience? Or did you just cruise and just let it be?
One of the things that was hardest for me to let go, because, you do this long enough, you have a restaurant brain, right? We can't walk into restaurants and parts of our brain just are active. Yeah. Things we see that other diners don't see, that aren't in the industry. So that part of my brain that was still hardwired to be a server, to be a restaurant person, was screaming sometimes.
Yeah.
Right? I spent a lot of time in Mexico, and there is no sense of urgency in Mexico.
No.
None. It did give me a good glimpse because a lot of wealthy people from Mexico come to eat at our restaurant in Miami, and their dining style is very leisurely, which is another way to say that they eat slow. Like they like to take their time.
They take the time.
So being in Mexico, I got a glimpse of where that behavior stems from. And I got to be honest with you, it was hard for me to get used to it. Hard. I mean, just think of yourself as a diner in America. You sit down, and you don't get handed menus or get your order taken for 15 minutes. That's a fucking eternity. Okay? Wars are won and lost in 15 minutes. And they're just walking around. They're just walking around. There's 4 or 5 people that are doing nothing. One of them happens to be your server. You find that out later. And they just make eye contact with you. They just, whatever. Nothing.
And they come with the chillest personality in the world, like, oh, bienvenidos.
Yeah.
Yeah, like nothing's happened.
That was a hard pill for me to swallow. I think they could do with a little bit of a little fire under their ass.
A little sense of urgency.
Just a touch more. Not so much that it ruins their vibe, because, ultimately you have to assimilate to what the culture is. That's my gripe against people who come to our restaurant in a leisurely way.
Mm.
Like, it's cool if you're in Mexico and it takes you 15, 20 minutes to order. But if you come to a restaurant that's busy in another country, you have to assimilate to the other culture. It was my fault. I was the one at fault for not assimilating to the Mexican culture.
Got it. And just taking it easy.
I didn't like it. I had to grit my teeth a lot. But ultimately, it was a matter of me saying, this is normal here.
Oh, okay.
I feel like it could be better, but that's a personal thing.
Yeah.
It's not necessarily their way of giving you bad service.
Well, that's
But it was tough.
that's the thing, because there's no one rule fits all. There's no, this is what it's supposed to happen in every single restaurant, because restaurants have house rules and house etiquettes and things that how they like to run things. And if in Mexico they like to run things a little bit more smoother, it's like you said, it's up to you, the client, to say, well, am I up to game or not? During my time off, I found myself being like the spokesperson on dinners, because I had to at times explain. It's like, oh, why are they taking long? And I'm like, well, they're probably taking long because of A, B, and C. Right. Oh, and why did he do that? I'm like, well, probably because he sucks and he forgot to do A, B, and C. That was a lot of my dinners were like that, and that was the normal part that I look forward to changing. Like, I hope that throughout our show and having these conversations with you and saying, oh, why does this happen, and us explaining it, or maybe even educating others to say, oh, maybe that's how I should, or maybe start doing it from now on, so that when you go out to dinner, these things just don't happen. Because trust me, I just hate having to explain someone. Like the other day, they marked our table, right? Like, marking our table means that they brought the silverware necessary for the next course. And I noticed that they marked the table wrong. And I said, oh, and the other 2 people that were dining with me was like, what happened? I said, our server fucked up. It's like, how do you know? Well, number one, he didn't repeat the order, which is, he could have saved himself a bunch of money and time if he just repeated the order after he was done.
You repeat the order every time you take it?
Every time I take the order, every single time you repeat the order.
You take an order for a 2-top, you repeat it?
And you repeat the order.
And you write it down? You write down every order and repeat every order?
And I repeat it. Sometimes I don't write it down, but I will always repeat the order. It's very important. This guy didn't repeat the order, and he thought that what I ordered for main course, I wanted it for main course, but we also wanted another one for appetizer. They brought it as an appetizer, and I said, I'm sure they're going to bring this shit as a main course as well. They did. I said, I'm sorry, but you did that wrong. Had you repeated the order, you wouldn't have that issue.
How important do you think it is to repeat your order and write it down?
Let us know. How important do you think it is to write it down and repeat your order?
I would say if you get your shit right, it's not important at all.
I will tell you right now.
The only time I repeat my order to a guest is when I didn't write it down and I forgot what they ordered. That's the only time But other than that, man, just put the shit in the computer and get on with the rest of your night. Honestly.
There you go. You write down your orders and repeat to the guests.
Nah. Yeah, yes and no. Depends. If you're taking care of a 10-top, don't get crazy. But a 2-top, whatever, man.
Well, I again think that every time you should do that, because if you walk away and you didn't repeat the order, or if you didn't write it down, I'm gonna have that. Did he do it right? Am I gonna have that anxiety while you come over and be like, oh, he got it right. Oh, that was so awesome of him. But that anxiety in between, do I need that as a customer? The answer is no. The answer is no. Do your goddamn job.
Okay. Well, I would say, to be empathetic, that kind of anxiety is not preferable. But I like to represent all servers like myself and say, I don't give a shit if you have that anxiety. Who cares? If you get what you ordered, what does it matter?
There you go.
If anything, it'll allow you to cool down a little bit, to calm down. You sound like a guest who's overly like a control freak. You know what I mean? Just let go. Just let go. And if your server made a mistake, just ask for something or be upset. But it's not that big a deal, man. Who cares?
Well,
Allergies, maybe. Allergies, yes. But nah, who cares? You know, stuff like that doesn't matter, man.
well, I got another question for you. Do you care about your guest or just here for a paycheck? Let us know down there. Let us know what you think. Which, both right. Again, you can care or not care. That is up to you. In the end, that's just going to come down to, are they going to give you an extra tip?
That's a
or not?
case-by-case basis.
It is. It is
Case-by-case basis. I would say 99% of guests I don't care about.
Yeah.
And it's not even like me being an asshole. I care about them as much as they care about me.
Good point. It's not about you, sir.
They don't care. That's my point exactly. They don't care about me,
No.
and that doesn't offend me. And I don't care about them, and I'm sure that doesn't offend them either.
Yeah, you shouldn't take it personally.
It's a transactional thing. It is. But every once in a while, you're going to have a guest who's just an amazing person, just like you meet somebody in the wild. Energy is real. Vibes are a real thing. You meet somebody, you're like, oh, I really like this person. I don't know why. Or the opposite. Sometimes you meet somebody, you go, I just want to punch this person in the mouth, and they did nothing to you. Nothing. So, yeah, most of the people I don't really care about.
There you go. Just remember, you can always ask for a different server.
I don't know. Is that offensive, though? I don't.
No, because that is the point. You go to a restaurant that is a little slower or a little bit busier, or a little bit faster,
That's
or
it.
servers might be a little bit more enthusiastic, might not, but that is what it is. That is what going out to eat means.
Right. But that doesn't mean you can't be sincere.
Nope.
That doesn't mean that there's a lack of sincerity. Like if people ask me where they recommend they should go eat, I give them sincere recommendations.
Absolutely.
I sincerely want to take good care of people because I sincerely want to get tipped well.
That is part of the deal. I mean, because if you want to
It
get
is
paid,
the
if you
deal.
want to get tipped extra, well, what are you doing extra to get an extra tip?
There you go.
Because if you're just offering service, the same things that you are supposed to do, what you're hired to do, right? Why do you expect to get extra from that?
I almost feel like after this break, getting back to work, it almost feels like a rejuvenation in a lot of different ways. Okay, like us mentally, physically, much needed break. But I wonder if anything new is going to change. Like if there's going to be any changes. I'll give you an example.
Go
like
ahead.
if the first 20 cocktails that are ordered are espresso martinis, I'm going to feel like we went nowhere.
We went nowhere.
I'm going to feel like it was a treadmill. You know what I mean? I want there to be something new, something outside of the lychee, the espresso, and the lemon drops. Anything. Give me something new. I don't care what it is. I don't care if it's a sweet, disgusting, fucking juvenile cocktail. Just give me something new.
Now, to all of you out there, is there a new trend going out there?
Give me something
Give
new.
us something new.
Something new.
Appreciate it. Let me know.
There's a couple of trends that I was looking at that are trends for this year.
Go for it.
Some of them I agree with. Some of them are ridiculous. So there's a need or a demand for creative non-alcoholic options in restaurants.
Mm-hmm. Got one menu, one menu item. Like restaurants that you go and they only serve that one thing.
Yeah, there's the
That's it.
lasagna place.
Yeah.
There's the lasagna place. That's I'm glad you said that. As far as the mocktails go, I don't really care.
I do. If you're not running mocktails in your restaurant, you're losing a lot of money.
No.
A lot of
Well,
money.
yeah, there's two ways
At
to think
least
about
have-
it. There's two ways, right? You're talking about as a business.
Yes.
As the business, absolutely, it's a good opportunity to increase your revenue.
Absolutely.
But as far as me as a diner, I couldn't care less. Right? I didn't drink I took a little break from drinking and I just had sparkling water.
Yeah.
Because I'm a grown up.
Yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
Water.
Another thing that apparently is something that people want for 2026 is streamlined menus, more simple menus. And I am a big supporter of this. Huge.
Yes.
One of my biggest pet peeves is opening a restaurant menu and it's got a million fucking things on it. I'm talking about way too many things. I mean,
A Cheesecake Factory kind of menu.
come on, man.
Ridiculous.
I don't know what you're doing with your food cost. I guess you're trying to diversify it, whatever. But keep it simple, man. My philosophy is if I go to a menu and there's only like 5 or 6 things on it, then I don't feel limited. I feel like I'm being guided. I feel like the restaurant is sort of creating a scenario where it's like they're like, okay, we're not giving you a lot of things to choose from, but that's because we want your head not to explode. But the real reason is because we can control the quality of absolutely everything on this. And everything on this menu, because we're giving you so few choices, everything is a fucking rock star. Everything is a hit on this
And everything
menu.
is rotating. Everything is fresh. Yeah.
I don't get it. Huge menus drive me nuts, man.
Well, I mean, that's the thing, because we're in Miami. So sometimes in Miami, some people look for food. A lot of people look for ambience and, that aesthetic, that beautiful picture. So depending on who you are, that's going to be what you like.
Mm-hmm.
Now that we're back here
Talk to me.
in Miami,
Mm-hmm.
how did it feel from that service that you said that was to
Getting
come
back to Miami?
to getting back to Miami? Did you feel more in your environment? Because you're a New York kind of guy. In New York, how do you New Yorkers like Mexico? Because I understand Miami may be quick, but it's not as
How do they
quick as New York.
how do they like slower environments
Yes.
in general? It depends on the person. It just depends on the person. Not everyone living in New York is living a hustling, bustling lifestyle. Some people are just normal people. I didn't. It took me a while to get used to it, and still at the very end of my trip, I was like, "Where the fuck are our drinks, man?"
Yeah. I would be at a restaurant for like 2 hours and a half and be like, why am I still here?
Right.
Like, this is a long time to be in a restaurant.
Right.
Not fun.
Right.
Moving on. Now, since we are going back to work,
Mm-hmm.
what is something that you are looking forward to getting back to work and something that you're not looking forward to getting back to work?
I'm looking forward to making money. That's it. What was the question? That's all I got. That's all I got, dude.
Well,
I'm looking forward to making money, and that's it.
I'm looking forward to making money,
Mhm.
taking care of our guest. However, I'm looking forward to seeing the trend as someone who wasn't working for the past 8 weeks,
Mm-hmm.
who was just, enjoying the ambience. I went to a lot of restaurants that were empty.
Yeah.
I went to a lot of restaurants that had terrible service.
Mm-hmm.
And the thing that I'm afraid of is going back to work and that being the norm.
Mm-hmm.
Is that the rule for everyone, or is that the rule for everyone that doesn't care or that's doing wrong? Just let us know. Is your restaurant doing well? Is your restaurant not doing well?
I would say most people's restaurants are doing a little less than good at the best, and they're closed at the worst. You got to give credit to these drug dealers that keep trying to launder their money in restaurants, because they just shit that just keeps opening up constantly in this city.
All the time.
I don't understand.
It's crazy. And we look
I
forward to
don't get
having someone that can help us explain, all the restaurants that keep opening up in Miami, even though
I don't get it.
who's going to them.
I don't get it. You got what big openings you got? You got Amazonica, that's opening up
Okay.
in Brickell.
Yeah.
I've been gone for a while. I haven't really given a shit. Amazonica is the newest one I've heard of. That's pretty much it. How many times have you seen a coming soon for a restaurant, but it never opens? You ever seen that before?
Ooh, yes. I do have a friend someone that I know that has been trying to open up his sandwich shop in Miami Beach for about 2 years now, and he still hasn't opened it. Yeah, just like permits and stuff. So definitely someone that I'd love to get you in here and get some feedback as to what's going on with that restaurant. Because
Really?
yeah, that would be a great thing to know, especially since today, November 4th, is election day. So are you?
What is that for the commissioner?
Yeah, for the mayor of Miami Beach and 3 seats in the commission. That was today. So let's see.
That's a really big deal, guys.
That's why Edwin did not vote, and neither have I. Still got time.
Really big deal.
Well, I mean, has that improved in the last couple of years?
Has what improved?
Like opening restaurants? Has that, in your opinion, improved Miami Beach? I don't think so.
Nah, this shit is a shark pool out here, man. You gotta have some cojones to open a restaurant in Miami.
It's a little, so those are my pros and cons. So I'm definitely much looking forward to taking care of our guests. About some Q&As. Is there somebody that to do a question? If not, we can continue with that. Bam, bam, bam.
You know,
Go for it.
I'm in the mood for like, you know what I'm in the mood for right now? That fucking a little rap. You wanna do a rap after this?
I'm feeling like a little rap after this. Why at least not? I'm definitely gonna go have a nice little rap at the Rapper Miami. If you haven't checked him out, make sure you do so. They're on Collins Avenue.
Honestly, crazy good.
Yeah,
Crazy
you have
good.
$10 wraps. So if you haven't checked them out, make sure you do so. They we're here in our show.
Yeah.
2 seasons back.
Jimmy
and
and
look
Eli.
forward to having them again.
Yeah.
They're looking to expand the restaurant and hopefully do a little.
They're doing well,
change.
man. I'm happy for them. Because it's like a lot of people that are successful or
Thank you. Got them buzz for the comment and for watching.
who's it? Got them buds?
Got buzz, baby.
That's my boy.
It's my bud.
That's my brother. Listen, there's a lot of restaurants that for some reason are still open that absolutely suck. And I don't ever want to affect someone's livelihood or someone's paycheck. But I feel like at this point in the game, things are so expensive. It's so expensive to live in this city. Food is so expensive to buy. I get that it's more expensive to buy because it's more expensive to source and people's food costs are all over the place. I get that. But that just means that it's almost disrespectful to go eat somewhere and the food isn't at least good or tasty. It doesn't have to be phenomenal. Nah, if you're looking for a phenomenal dining experience every time you eat out, you're acting like a fucking 17-year-old girl. That's not the way life works, right?
No.
But at the very least, you should that the getting your money's worth is so much more important now than it used to be. And unfortunately, for some reason, there's restaurants that are still open that suck.
Yeah.
I'm talking suck.
Yes.
I'm talking about the fucking the carretas and the Versailles and all that bullshit. But then
Those are all personal opinions. Go ahead.
unfortunately, sometimes there's restaurants that are good. They got good shit. They just don't make it. They disappear. Because the margins are razor thin, right? But then sometimes you got restaurants that are doing good shit that good things happen to. And the Rapper is one of those places where they've got good shit. And it just seems like they're doing well. And I'm super happy for them.
I guess we're going to go get a wrap. All right, so we are going to be closing this out. Again, we're going to be live on Tuesdays at 2 p.m. for the time being. Make sure that throughout the week, submit some questions, DM us so that we can know what kind of topics you'd like us to discuss. Other than that, of course, I will be bringing 2 topics to discuss, and Edwin as well. One of something that's probably happening around Miami, something that's probably happening around our work lives as well. And towards the end, we'll always have that little segment where we're going to be discussing your questions, your comments, your concerns. So yeah, make sure you leave those down below, and we'll see you again next Tuesday. And as always, thank you for listening.
Take care, everybody.